everyone, it's Nicole, and I have another layout using the Roundabout kit for the June Studio Calico kit. And what I had done was I cut up all my papers 6 by 12, and the remaining 6 by 12 I cut it into scraps. And these are pictures of my son and my nephew. They had found this rock as we were driving by to get to our cabin, and we weren't there 5 minutes and they were gone and up that rock, and my husband took off after them to take a few pictures. But this layout is more about the relationship that they have. They are, yes, they're cousins, but they're, best buddies. We live about 3 hours or 2.5 hours away from them, so we don't get to see them too often because of hockey commitments and all work commitments and all this stuff. But when they do spend time together, they enjoy each other's company. So this was one of the scraps that I had. It was just a little piece of paper, and it had the chevron, and it reminded me, of like a rock or a mountain or something like that. So I decided to cut it all apart because then I'd be able to stretch it out more. And these red letters came in this month's kit. So I'm trying to use up more, the stuff that we get in the kits before I go out. So if I can find some letters that coordinate with the page that I'm working on right now in the letters that I have, then I will try to use those first. And I said try, because I'm sure there's some pages I'm going to forget and still gravitate towards my my stash, but I'm going to try to do that, and so that at the end of the month when I do my killer kit, that not only the papers are dwindle to the last of it, but also the embellishments and the letters that you'd have to do every single layout with a letter alphabet in order to use them all, and I don't want all my pages to all have the same alphabet. So I don't mind using some different alphabets, but I'm going to try and use them as much as I can. So I cut down one of the photos by 4 by 4 just so that I could have just kind of a different layout of the pictures on my page. And the title of the page is just going to be Best Buds. And at first I think I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to decide on moving it up and then put a cluster there, because I was kind of limited of where I could put the clusters on the page. So this is a Bo Bunny, I think they're called textured stamps. And this one, it looks like rocks, so I thought it was perfect for this page. So I'm going to take out the Cup of Joe ink from Hero Arts, and I'm going to ink it up, and I'm going to stamp it at the top of the layout and at the bottom of the layout. Now this is the 4th layout using the Roundabout kit, and it took me 1 hour and 21 minutes to complete. And I just really, usually after my night shifts, I can come home and work on something for about 1 hour, but this time around there was no way. I would come home and I would just pass right out. I was just exhausted. So it took me almost 4 or 5 days to complete this layout, and normally I would have had it done like after the first day, but that's okay. I was kind of hoping to be able to catch up a little faster, but today's September 14th, and I do work tonight in 8 to 4, which is a short shift. But I managed to get another page done, and hopefully this afternoon I can get another one done and kind of get a little bit ahead of the game there. And I'm hoping to get the draw done this afternoon, but if I don't, just sit tight. I'll try to put it in tomorrow. I got way more response than I ever thought. I think from what I'm looking, it's going to be in the hundreds. So my husband's going to help me. We're going to do like an Excel spreadsheet and make 8 different tabs And then that way, if your name is in there 8 times, I can copy and paste your name 8 times, and then we can print it off and then just cut everybody's name out and then put it in a little container, and I'll do the draw that way. But it's going to take us a little bit of time to, to work out through all this stuff. And I hadn't uploaded a video in a couple of days, so I wanted to make sure that I got this done and uploaded and another layout, done so that it would be ready to go. And then I have to do some housework. So I'm hoping that I can start late this afternoon before I go to work, and then maybe finish tomorrow, September 15th, and then do the draw. So I'm sorry that I'm going to be a day late, but I got a little bit more response than I thought. And yesterday, I finished yesterday morning, but my day was completely filled from the time I got up till the time I went to bed. So I didn't get to work on it at all. I don't even think I got to a scrapbook yesterday. Nope, I didn't get to scrapbook. I just had a bunch of stuff to do. So now I had some stamp sets from Ali Edwards, and I love those. They're little tabs, and one says family and the other one says friends, and I thought it was perfect for this layout. So I just stamped it in the Cup of Joe and the Tide Pool ink on some vellum, just because when I was going through my papers, my vellum was there, and I thought, I gotta use that up. I cut into it now, so that was the main reason why I chose the vellum to do this little embellishment. And now I'm just going to take my scissors and cut it out. And then I just used my heat gun, and it dries really well. The only thing you got to remember is not hold the heat gun too long in one spot, because then it'll scorch and the vellum will bubble. And there's different grades of vellum too. There's one is called, I know it's Stampin' Up! Anyway, one is called cardstock weight vellum, and that's the one I always buy, because it doesn't have to be StazOn that you stamp with it. You can use regular ink like dye ink, and then just use your heat gun and dry it up, and it doesn't buckle because it's thicker. The regular vellum, I find it's so flimsy, and it'll buckle and burn, like literally turn brown. So now I'm going through my digital prints, and I'm going to cut out some stuff and punch out some stuff. And I still had a few questions about where I get my digital prints and where I get them printed. My digital prints, I'm a member of Studio Calico. Every month they have digital prints that you can purchase on top. It's above and beyond your Studio Calico kit. Now they usually release about 3 a month. One is labels, and then 2 is like what you see right now. It's like die cuts that you can print. And they range, I believe they're $2.99 or $3.99. I can't remember exactly the price. But I don't believe you need to be a member to buy those. Like, you just can log in, go to digital and printables, and you can just buy them, download them to your computer. And then I created an account with Staples Online, and I go on that, and then it says upload your file. And then you just go through the motion, and then I print. It's glossy. Wait, I wrote it down somewhere. It is glossy. I'm going to take a minute and find it so I could. Single-sided color, coated 2-sided gloss, 80-pound cover. And the single-sided color is 39 cents. And then to do the coated 2-sided gloss, 80 pounds cover, is 20 cents. They have it separated. So basically, for one sheet to get it printed, it's 59 cents. And then you send it through your computer, and then they accept it. And I'm telling you, within not even a couple of hours, they say it's done. You can come and pick it up. So this is how that I get that done. I'm hoping to be able to do a video. I have to manage my time. There's stuff that's going on here. I'm hoping that I'll be able to share exactly what it is in a little bit. I just don't want to jinx it right now. So I've been quite busy with that. Um, so I'm kind of limited on how many videos that I can upload. I do want to let you know today, September 14th, I'll be uploading this video and probably about 4 scrapbook hauls, only because I want to get them filmed and uploaded and off my computer, because my computer gets really filled up fast since I started doing videos. So I can't keep videos on my computer too long. And so there's probably going to be, between 3 and 5 videos uploaded today on YouTube. If YouTube, behaves and is nice and lets me do it. The other day, it took me almost 6 hours to upload a video. It was done. I ended up loading it at midnight or something, because every time I tried it, it wasn't letting me. So anyway, I went through the rest of my stuff that I had cut apart and took a whole bunch of stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to use at this point. I just took out anything that is aqua or teal and red. And I brought in some red because of those letters, the red letters. And one of them says, "This is so awesome." The other one says, "Enjoy." And I'm going to move the red circle from where it is right now, and I'm going to move it at the bottom of the page. And I'll tell you why. Because my letters are red, and then that's red right beside it. So it was too much red, and I wanted to spread the red across the page. So I'm going to end up taking it and moving it at the bottom cluster and moving the teal one up there. And that way it is a little bit more split up. And the one that says Explorers, I'm going to move that at the top of the page on the top cluster. And again, because I want to move the teal color around so it's at the 3 clusters of my page. So this is where I decide, oh, there's too much red, so I'm going to move it around. And then there was another card that I had cut up, and it said adventure, and it said date and location. So I thought that would be the perfect place to put the date at the bottom of the layout. And then we got these little gold triangles, and I thought it kind of, I don't know, like a mountain or a rock, or so I hadn't used them yet. So I want to make sure, like I said, I'm trying to use up what is in my kit. So I'm going to put them on the page. So I think now I'm starting to feel good about how everything is looking. So I'm going to start gluing everything down. And I really like that I cut up that chevron and kind of split it up. So I'm going to use some quick dry adhesive. And I went to Michael's yesterday, and I was going to buy some more, and they didn't have any. Every time I go to buy some, I couldn't find it anyway if they did have some. And of course, I just thought about it when we were at the cash, and there must have been 35 people in line at the cash. So I didn't want to lose my spot. My husband was keeping the spot in line, and so I didn't want to waste too much time looking for the glue. So hopefully I get to go again soon. I hadn't gone to Michael's in almost, I'd say, over a month and a half, if not more. So, and the last time I went, there was some, and I didn't buy any. So that'll be one of my hauls. I didn't get too much at Michael's, but I'm just going to share what I got, because I did have questions about this specific thing. So I am going to share that. So now I'm going to glue down my photos, and right underneath the picture I put a little piece of my favorite paper. It is that chevron, and it's like an aqua color. I can see that I'm going to dip into my second sheet of paper for that one. Another thing I'm going to try and do this month is I gravitate more towards the craft paper. That is just something that I do. And or earthy colors. So I do craft, vanilla, white, gray, brown, So, and I've had a lot of requests to that if I could try and incorporate more pattern papers. So what I did was I kept my second sheet of pattern paper out, and I'm going to try and use that up a little bit more. And I'm going to feel good too about using that up. So now I'm going to start working on the bottom embellishment cluster. And I remembered that I wanted to use that washi tape that we got in this month's kit. And it is just little triangles, so that kind of made it so that my little gold triangles fit more in the layout. And it has a little gold triangle on it too. I'm going to put some foam tape in behind that circle embellishment that I printed at Staples. And that foam tape I got at Custom Crops, and it was $40. Now, I had one of my YouTubers tell me about the Scrapbooking warehouse, I believe. I don't want to say the wrong name. If it's not, I'll put the name of it in the description. And I found it there, and the description of it is wrong. It says, or not the description, the photograph of it is wrong. It just shows a little piece of foam tape, like a little container of it. But if you read, it's 36 yards, which is this row here, and it's $30. So it's $42 cheaper. And their shipping is very, very reasonable. So if it's not Scrapbooking Warehouse, it'll be in the description. So now I'm going to add my title, and I used some thickers, and I believe they're called Weekenders, and they're brown and craft, and I really love them, and I haven't used them as much as I wanted to. And I forgot that I wanted to put some washi tape there too, and underneath that arrow, so I'm going to pull everything off, and I'm going to put some washi tape, and it just kind of grounds everything. I really like washi tape for that. Now, this month, my challenge on the Facebook is to use your stamps more. So that's why I used it with the rocks, and now I'm using that arrow. And then there was another one that says, Adventure is Calling, and I'm going to stamp it right by that arrow, and then I'll do some journaling there too. And then I stamped the date. So I used quite a bit of stamps on this layout. And where it says location, I used one of my slick writers from Amy Tangerine, and I just wrote Quebec. And this is another Amy Tangerine, Technic Tuesday stamp, and it's one of those Studio AE stamps. I subscribe to them every month, and I get the stamp every month, and I love it. I don't think I'll stop that membership. I use my Technic Tuesday stamp all the time. So, and now I'm just looking to see if there's any more stamping that I could put on this page. And now I'm going to put my stamp sets away. And I'm going to take out my glimmer glaze. I'm going to cover my photos because I don't want any glimmer glaze on my photo. I took out a couple of shades of brown and a shade of red. And glimmer glaze is from Tattered Angels. And so you just, when you go to Simon Says Custom Crops, a cherry on top, pretty much everywhere carries it, and but you have to look under the Tattered Angels tab and look for glimmer glaze, and it comes in a variety, like tons of different colors. So I'm going to show you some close-ups, and if you want to see some other close-ups, you can join my Facebook group. The link is in the description, or you can go to Two Peas in a Bucket or Studio Calico and look in the members gallery under Nicole Jones 911. And I upload all my layouts there. So that's it. The page is done. So thanks for watching. Bye.